Clothing the wolf was seen scratching her head again. Pretty sure it's lice or fleas or whatever it is that wolves have, but she denies it. Frankie's night had to shock everyone in class today, mostly because she saw a bug and she freaked out. Seriously, pretty shocked he didn't ask almost about jewelry, but then again, I hardly wear any, so that's definitely a rumor for everyone. Gonna blue, hygiene. You may be a saltwater creature or whatever, but hygiene is a must. Jackie Laura, when will she stop sounding like a little girl and start sounding like a grown woman? She's maybe 1600 years old, but still, the rest of us have matured. Well, me, mostly. And Abby Bonnable. Just because a dad gives her good advice now and again doesn't mean she's a know-it-all. And his contacts are awesome, but the annoying thing is, they keep rotating around, and it's obvious because of the design of them. So, with my wolf ones, it wouldn't really matter, but with these, they keep on slowly trying to discreetly turn around. Like, and nope, I can't see what you're doing, so to start this video, if my contacts do start to move around, try not to be too freaked out by it. Yeah, anyway. Also, this wig is from Wigs By. This is where I got this rhinestone comb from, which I mentioned in my first impression of these video. Well, I described my wigs. I don't need to, yeah, see this starting to rotate now. I'm not focused or anything like that, but it's slowly starting to rotate. Anyway, so yeah, let's get on with the rest of the video now. So I decided to go by the cartoon because the colours are much easier to see. The animation, however, her eyes are too squinted, it's hard to see anything, so cartoon it is. So taking my foundation, which is classic ivory, and spraying it down with some water, and then adding my foundation on my face, of course, obviously, with also my XC Beauty sponge. That's also pretty self-explanatory because you can see. Now I'm taking this bottom concealer and the one on the far right of it just to start highlighting under my eyes and start concealing, as well as my forehead and my chin, and then using the XC Beauty sponge again to blend that out. So now with my sister's CoverGirl powder, I'm just setting under my eyes as well as the rest of my face, since I don't have any Laurel's Mercier powder. I need to buy some more. Now taking this face paint, which I tried to custom mix a bunch of different colours together, but it just wasn't working out, so eventually I tried out with some orange concealer, but it wasn't opaque enough, so I do, as you can see here, I found a orange face paint that my sister had, so I mixed that orange paint with the dark brown to create this. So it worked out just fine. So covering an entire patch on my head and using some concealer just to blend the two divides together so it has more of a blend, like a change of fur pattern. My poor blue screen. So now I'm taking, I'm not too sure what this shade is called, but it's one of the Too Faced Melted Matte Range liquid lips. I'm taking this into a eyeliner brush from XC Beauty and adding it as my eyeliner underneath because there's just no way I could get eyeshadow to sit opaque on top of this body paint, so I was using liquid lip instead. And I'm not too sure if this is ISF or not, and I wasn't sure if I was focused enough, so changing over to a different clip in just a second, like right now. So, you know, convincingly in focus, I continue on with using my eyeliner brush to add the pink under my eyes because Torelei has a lot of pink under her eyes, as well as like an eyeliner type thing going on. So pretty much doing exactly what I did with my lower lash line, doing up my top what do I want to say, top waterline, because that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. My tight line is what I was trying to say. I had a brain freeze or a brain fast. Either way, so matching one side to the other and then taking a custom mixed grey, like a whitish grey, and then that as like my eyeshadow. So starting for the very far in the inner corner and then dragging it out to almost a bit past the middle. And I am taking this a little bit higher than usual because when I put my eyebrows on, as I look up I want to still be able to see my eyeshadow, or you know, the equivalent for eyeshadow. So now taking a little bit of white on top of that just to brighten it up some. So now taking more custom mixed grey, but even darker, so more along the charcoal lines, I am now adding this cat ear shape like liner next to her eye. I don't know what shape it is, but it's basically part of her makeup. But again, I was just going by the reference picture, so my camera had overheated, so I carried on a bit more, so you can see what I am going to achieve. Now going with my Minimal Scandalous, actually my sister's liquid liner. This is pen one. So just adding a very typical cat eye liner and then lining it underneath of my eyes as well, but keeping it under or just below the pink line on both sides. Now I am adding an eyebrow, which is a very good start, using the same brand that I use for my face. I'm just basically drawing a very high, very arch. It didn't really matter with this side if I got it perfect or not, because my hair was, or my wig actually was only going to be covering it. I did, however, make a little bit of a mistake, so I did conceal it, but just make sure that the paint is dry before you conceal anything. Then I'm just adding some animated lashes. My pants are getting absolutely trashed, but it's all good. I mean, Torelei would have different opinions of that, but for now, I'm still me. So carrying on with my lashes, I'm just curling them with a curling eyelash curler, obviously, and then taking my roller Benefit the Mini one to mascara up my lashes. She didn't really look like she was wearing any false lashes, so I decided to put some mascara on instead. So now I'm taking the same brand and adding like the little nostril part onto my nose, but basically following my natural nose shape as it is. And my camera overhead again, but now I'm just adding the line that sort of trails down to her lip. So now I'm taking the same lip shade that we use as an eyeliner, or that I use as an eyeliner, and obviously adding this as my lip shade. So now adding these fur patterns to her face, or my face. Now her face is obviously a lot smaller than mine, but I'm just basically doing what I can to match up to the size of my face. So adding some fur patterns, as I said, to both sides and keeping them relatively accurate-ish. So now just hairspraying my wig in place so it doesn't flop into my face, so both sides so it holds it. Then I'm adding some yellow face / body paint from the yellow highlights that she has. They're yellow shine lights, but I'm adding them anyway. So now taking these cat ears that I printed off and I cut one of them out. So I just stuck a bobby pin straight to the black centre of it, and I'm just adding the bobby pin onto my hair so it keeps it secure onto the wig. And then of course I'm just adjusting around with this, playing around with it, getting it to how I like it, making sure that it looks relatively even, and if I had to just adjust the actual wig. So yeah, that's how I got the cat ears going. I know, super cute. So one other thing was this bandana that she has. I just cut this out from some sort of sheet or like a blanket thinger. My mum didn't really care. And the final touch was of course the leather jacket. Well, not really the final touch, but I got too ahead of myself. I forgot to put the brush stripes through the hair. So I've taken some black body paint and using my concealer brush just to add the black stripes. So just in random patches really, but as many as I could. She didn't have any on the left side of her wig, so I just kept it mainly focused on the heavier side of the wig. There we go. Now I'm officially Torelei. Well, the wolf was seen scratching her head again. For sure it's nice. The fleas or whatever it is that wolves have, but she denies it. Frankie's not decided to shock everyone in class today, mostly because she saw a bug and she freaked out. Seriously. Pretty sure Clea denies almost a jury, but then again, I hardly wear any, so that's definitely a rumor for everyone. Gonna blue, hygiene, maybe a saltwater creature or whatever, but hygiene is a must. Jackie Laura, when will she stop sounding like a little girl and start sounding like a grown woman? She's maybe 1600 years old, but still, the rest of us have matured. Well, me, mostly. Abby Bible. Just because a guy gives her good advice now and again doesn't mean she's a know-it-all. But from Australian, English Australian Torelei. Hang on. Did my contact just try to escape? We're good. Okay, so from English Australian Torelei to you, good advice. Leather jackets are a bad idea to wear in summer, even if it's just for cosplay.